Hello, artist. Do you struggle with how to draw a water droplet? If so, today I'm going to bring you a complete guide with 3 different techniques for drawing a realistic droplet. So come along with me because this tutorial is awesome.
Hi, my name is Lino, and I created this channel for you to learn to draw.
Let me ask you something. Would it be possible for a beginner to create their first realistic drawing in 30 days? It depends. If the beginner uses the construction routine technique, there's a good chance they could, because this technique is different. I gave a class explaining what this technique is. I'll leave it in the link in the description, or in the bio for you to watch. Now that we've covered that, let's get to the video. So let's dive into the first example. The first thing I want to tell you is that I'll be using only a 4B pencil for all these examples, okay? So all you need is a 4B pencil or 1 with a dark tone and also a medium gray tone just in case it's needed. For this first example, I'm going to create a background layer. The layer will actually serve to highlight the lighter areas of our droplet. This will make the bright spot look much shinier. After that, in a very simple way, we'll draw a ball in the middle of this layered area. A ball made with an eraser pen will turn into a white ball, the color of the paper. That's exactly where we'll create our droplet. And before we add all the effects, I'll first create an outline around this area where we made the ball with the eraser. The line needs to be a bit dark, okay? And now, the first effect. Let's start the concrete shading inside this droplet, okay? We'll actually create a gradient, but in the shape of a half moon inside the area. All this part on the left side will be darker, almost the same color as the outline we drew. And as we move to the right, we'll press the pencil less. When I intend to press less, I hold the pencil by the top. So notice that while I'm pressing in this darker area, I hold it closer to the tip of the pencil, the lower part nearer to the pencil's tip. But as I move to the right side, I slide my hand up to press less and have more control over the pencil pressure. And to finish it off, we blend, spreading the darker area into the lighter one. You can use a cotton swab if you don't have a blending stump handy. Cool. And now, just like we made a half moon inside the droplet, we'll create another half moon, this time on the outside, exactly the same, right next to the lighter area of the droplet to create a shadow effect. Oh, and it's important that it's dark too to bring a nice contrast to the drawing. And to make this shadow softer, we'll blend it too. We'll blend right over the shadow, being very careful not to spill into the lighter area of the droplet. Cool. Now all we have to do is take an eraser and create a small light dot right in this inner area of the droplet, the darker region, and also another little dot in the outer area, in the shadow we just created. The inner light dot will give the effect of reflecting light, while the one we'll create in the outer shadow will give the effect of light passing through the droplet and projecting onto the paper surface. And this is the first method for drawing water droplets. It was all done with simple steps, okay? And now that I've gone through all that with you, let's move on to method 2. Back to our droplet drawings. Now let's move on to the second stage, the second method for drawing a droplet. This time, I want to do something different. Whenever people try to draw a droplet, they try to make it perfectly round. Some even judge themselves for not being able to make a perfect circle. But the truth is, you don't need to make a perfect circle, nor does it even need to be circular to look realistic. There are many droplet shapes, which is exactly why I made this one in a random shape, okay? But what you'll need to do is decide where the darker area will be and where the lighter area will be. This time, I'll choose to make the darker area on this right side, and we'll create the gradient toward the left side. After that, we'll create the shadow, this time on the opposite side, okay? On this left side here, always outside the droplet to give the effect that it's a shadow cast by the droplet. As you move away from the droplet, you press the pencil less to create a gradient. To make the gradient inside smoother, we'll take the blending stump and blend. We blend over this darker area and move toward the inside. We'll do the same for the outside too. Blend, and as we move away from the shading, we press the blending stump less, okay, leaving it lighter. I cleaned the tip of the blending stump here because this time I want to blend more toward the lighter area. And since I don't want to smudge it, it's important that you clean the tip of your blending stump or use the other side of the cotton swab if you're using one. Let's darken these shadows a bit more. I'll darken the outer shadow first, the one being cast by the droplet, okay? I'm using the same 4B pencil I said I'd use throughout this video. But what I did was go over it again and press the pencil a bit harder. It's important to add more darkness to the drawing or keep it at a nice tone to bring contrast to the piece. Contrast helps improve the quality. Let's do the same thing, this time on the inside. We'll darken the inside, moving toward this lighter area, and whenever I add a new layer to my drawing, I go back to blending. This is to bring in another element we talk about a lot in the drawing booster, called homogenization, and this really helps give the drawing a more three-dimensional and cleaner effect. And to finish, we'll add the highlights, just like we did with the droplet above, okay? We'll create them right over the darker areas, both the reflection of the highlight from the upper area and the light projected onto the surface outside. And both light details will be over the dark areas. And this was our second method for drawing a droplet, different from the first, where we created a background layer to add more contrast to the lighter area of the droplet. And we also didn't stick to a perfectly round water droplet shape. So once that's done, let's move on to our third and final example. In this next example, we'll create the most common type of droplet you see online, which is the image of a running droplet, giving the impression that it's sliding down. So let's get started. To begin, I'll sketch out this droplet, okay? I'll make a vertically flattened circle down here and two tails going upward. Then I'll erase the inner sketch lines. And to start shading this droplet, we'll make this entire left area the darkest part, okay? And this right side area will stay lighter. So with my 4B pencil and yours, you'll create the layer on this side, and as you move to the right, you'll press your pencil less. Another important thing is that this area, the larger bottom part, will also have a darker and more extensive region, okay? And we'll also add the outer shading. This time, we'll include a small curved detail right in the middle, in this lower area. Cool. Back to the inside of the droplet, I'll add another layer inside, this time extending into the lighter area too. And then I'll blend this entire inner layer to spread the graphite evenly and make it nice and smooth. I'll do the same with the outer shadow. You just need to be careful not to let the blending stump or cotton swab spill into the lighter area of the droplet. Otherwise, it'll smudge and you'll need to erase it again. Now, to ensure it stays clean, I'll take the eraser and clean around the droplet to make it neat with no lines or smudges going beyond the droplet's outline. It's already looking like a nice effect. But to make it even nicer, here's what we'll do. I'll take the pencil and add a bit more layering here, moving into the inner area, just to give the effect that this gradient we created inside isn't too uniform. And now, just like the others, to wrap it up perfectly, we'll add the highlights in the darker areas, both in this darker area on the left side and reinforcing the one outside. And the drawing is completely finished. So now I've shown you 3 different droplet styles and how to create each one. And of course, I'd love to know what you thought of all this in the comments. Now that you've finished the video, how about watching a trial class where I show the technique I use to create realistic drawings? If you want to learn how to draw, this technique will help you achieve realistic drawings much faster than most people. Click the link in the description or the link in the bio and watch the class for free.